On this trip, I'm back at Lake Eildon, camping and hunting specifically for yellow belly. After seeing some reports that the warmer weather was starting to wake the Goldens up, I decided to pack the gear and head up on a cheeky weekday and have a crack. Lake Eildon is a massive system and at the time was at 99.8% full. The water temp can vary greatly from one end to the other, so I thought it best to focus my attack on the northern reaches up near Mansfield and Bonnie Doon. The forecast was looking good. I had a good feeling I was going to strike it rich on a system that's often referred to as the Lake of a Thousand Casts. I personally have found that name to be rather misleading, as from my experience it tends to be more like 5,000. Although the system can be notoriously hard to fish, it truly makes up for it in spectacular nature and awesome camping locations. And today, the weather was spot on. But, like most of my fishing trips, it had to start with a snag. Thanks for watching.
Alright, what a catastrophe of a start. Big tangle. Basically didn't see that there was an island here where the trees are, so looped out really quickly, tangled both lines. Kept the Tassie Devil on this one, and I've swapped this one out for like a, it's called a Brute 70 Damiki. Maybe a yellow belly or something, but let's fucking get stuck into it. That was a big setback. Straight off the back, tangle. Redfin. Jeez. Barely, not a bad size though. Sit down. Not a bad size at all. Take it easy. He's actually going to be our lunch, so there we go. That's going to be our lunch, because we've been fishing for a while and we have not had a touch. 32. Alright, put your whiskers up for us, mate. On the board with the ready. Little wallaby, rock wallaby. Now, I am by no means an accomplished yellow belly fisherman. I'm a fair bit of a novice. The whole idea of this trip was that like it should be a bit warm. It should be warm enough now. We're in November that I should be able to get onto something. I'm throwing this spinnerbait. I'll work the edge, and then this afternoon, if that's no good, I will try jigging on trees. Ooh, got that very close to that tree. But yeah, I'm a fair novice at yellow belly fishing. Pretty sure every time I've ever caught them before it's been a fluke. Oh, I think that's a very, very small redfin. Minuscule. Hello, little fella. You want to let yourself off? Do me a favour. Got one here. Swapped out to a black grub. Ah, it's a fucking redfin, you prick. Oh, I think we're wrapped around a tree. Pesky buggers. You go over there.
So, after a relatively slow start, only a couple of little redfin and a few tangles and lost lures, I decided to make my way back out of the forward inlet and across the bay to find a suitable place to set up camp before heading out again in the afternoon to have another crack. The largest arm of the system, the Dalatite arm, has loads of campsites that are accessible by boat and car, although it does get a bit crowded on holidays. Generally, if I'm by boat, I camp around the Woolshed Inlet where it's a bit more secluded, but as I was here hunting yallows, I chose to stay close to the top of the system where the water temp is always a few degrees higher. After 30 minutes or so of searching, I found a spot near Harrop's Flats. Not my first choice, as I was hoping to do some bait fishing as the sun set, and this spot had a lot of trees around the banks. But beggars can't be choosers. After a quick run around picking up some litter and setting up my gear, I was back out on the water. Sadly, the afternoon session provided much of the same. The original plan was to get myself a nice trout and smoke it over the fire, paired with crackers and dip. Although redfin isn't my personal favourite, it would have to do. It would also be the first time trying smoked redfin. So, unfortunately not the session I was hoping for today. I did troll past a couple of blokes who landed a massive trophy-sized trout at around 4 PM, which at this time of year and close to the bank is getting rare. It was so big that they mistook it for a cod on first sight.
Just there, it's like a stump. It's about this thick, but it's about that far below the water level, and I was balancing on it before when I came in and had to like gun it back and forward to get off it. So the plan was to smoke trout. We'll try it with redfin. Got 2 decent fillets. I was going to put it in this thing with a bit of lemon, but it's windier than forecasted, so it might be less of a smoke and more of a cook.
Thinking lemon on the inside?
Do as many as we can until I have to check out of this hotel room and get such a level that has done this faster than anybody else. Do something else and just get Alexa in there with somebody else and just keep this momentum going.
Well, clearly Pereira watches on to the next one, and or other fine.
steady stream of fish. It's been going for like 2 minutes before I started recording. It's about in between 15 and 20 meters. I don't know if that's like, it can't just be fish. Just on such a, like it's just been a straight line for so long. I was like thinking about trying to figure it out, and I was like, there's fucking might be something following me. But I don't think there is. I don't know what that would be, because it can't be something floating in, unless it's like my bubble trail, but it says it's at 15 meters. Unless the sonar's just not working up properly, I don't know. But it can't be just a steady stream of fish like that. Unless there is something heading the exact same direction as me, directly under my boat, at around 15 meters, which kind of is terrifying. Something small. We're gonna get a line tangle here. Wow, I didn't realize I had this so far out. Oh, he's barely hanging on, whatever it is, and it is small. Little trout boy. Now you've woken up. Try some of these soft vibes. These are a bit small. We're not in the discount bin of BCF, so it's definitely not the best weather. The water temp's 19.4, so it is warm enough. We'll continue the chase for the elusive yellow belly. Ran into something then. Maybe it was a snag. It's so disappointing, like not the experience. The experience is always nice to come out here, but just redfin. Like, I'm sick of the redfin, man. There's so many other species out there. I know some people love them, and like, I don't mind them, but variety is the spice of life, you know. I have once again been betrayed by the weather forecast. The radar just looks like it's just, you can't even see where I am on the map, there's so much rain. And in my eternal wisdom, I looked at my raincoat before I came and I said, you're not going to need that, mate. It's bloody sunny. It's going to be bloody sunny the whole time. Now I'm an hour and a half from my car by boat on the wrong side of the lake to get shelter. So we're just gonna get wet. Lovely.
So, as the rain and wind increased and I gradually became more sodden, I decided it was time to make the long trek back to the boat ramp. Lake Eildon can go from flat as a tack to a decent swell very quickly. Today wasn't so bad, but it wouldn't have been the first time I've gone from sunshine to rain, waves coming over the side of my 3.7 meter Mako craftini in maybe 20 minutes. But as I made my way back to the boat ramp, I couldn't resist having another troll. Look at these poor bastards in canoes on a day like this. I guess I'm not the only one out here making poor decisions. That's great to see. At this point, I figured I'm already completely satched, so I may as well embrace it. And boy, were my efforts rewarded. Wow, look at that thing. That's got to be around 50 to 60 centimeters. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's a bluefin tuna. Wow, what a rare catch in a freshwater system. Shame I didn't have my measuring tape. Anyway, no yellows. At the time of editing this, I've had 2 more trips to different locations looking for yellow bellies and I've had no luck. So, if you're a fan of long-winded sagas, hit the subscribe button and come along for the journey. Thanks for watching.